So I'm assuming that's happened quite a bit, where people are like, oh, I love you, and they give you opportunities. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, actually, so when I was talking about the TJ Maxx commercials, I ended up PAing with another girl who, she told me, she's like, I don't normally PA. And I was like, well, I don't normally PA either. And I was like, and we both like laughed and we're like, but commercials pay so well for PAing, why wouldn't you? And so she was telling me, she's like, normally I'm actually a production coordinator. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And so like we got to know each other over the summer. Like while we were working, we worked, I think, like 5 different commercial shoots together with that production team, because it was a powerhouse female team and they loved us. And so they're like, okay, we're adding you both in. And we were their gingers is what they called us, because she was a redhead too. And we just really bonded. But you know, like it is in the industry, so often you'll make really great, strong connections, but then you guys move on to the next set and you may not see each other for a little while until you have another set reunion. And I remember one day I got a call from her, and we had been staying in touch. Anytime I would get PA offers that I couldn't take, I would let her know, and she would do the same. She called me one day, and I picked up, and I was shooting at the time. I was wardrobe designing my first indie film. And so we had been shooting at this point for 25 days, and we had our first day off coming up the next week. And she calls me and she goes, hey, what are you doing on this day? And it's the one day off I have. And I was like, actually, I finally get a day off for my indie film. She's like, really, do you want to work? And I was like, well, it's a Monday through Friday, so why not? Of course, though it's the work week. Like, what do you have? And she's like, well, I'm doing a Dannon commercial and I need some featured extras, and I would love to have a redhead, but it's union, and you're the only union redhead that I know. She's like, I could take it to casting, but she's like, I'd rather just bring you in. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And so like my one day off that entire month, like I went to walk in the background of a Dannon commercial. And it's so funny because you just like see me walk through the background while the girl's like struggling with this scooter. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I walked away with like $600 for the day. And like, it was very little to do just because it's featured extra on a union shoot. So, and that's literally just because she liked me, because we had spent time together in the trenches, getting to know each other and talking just over lunches, because we were both runner PAs. So we had very little actually overlapping time in the offices. So